Wait, Family Matters exist in the same universe?
No, I think I've heard this one before.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
We are finally
Because Al
live.
moved from L.A. to Chicago to take that other job.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what happened?
Did you see the movies that made us on that? And they're talking with him.
Oh my
and he
God!
talks about how
Die
Hard changed his life and made his mother love him.
Oh yeah, and he bought his mom a house. 'cause
Yeah,
he got,
yeah.
yeah.
That's
Man,
the
I was
Die
so
Hard
happy.
house.
It made me cry.
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, those Netflix episodes on Die Hard and Ghostbusters were both fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And also the fact that whatchamacallit, Alan Rickman was dropped 2 seconds earlier than he was expecting.
Yeah, they were like, okay, we're gonna let you go on 3. 1, 2.
Like Alan Rickman,
great.
what a great actor. Yeah, like really falling. So
Hey, you know what? He committed to the bit.
that's method acting right there. When you're, Yeah.
No, he's
No.
not Method Man. No. Jeez. Why is everything broken tonight?
I don't know. I feel like his death in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves was kind of method-ish because everybody talks about how long the death scene in that movie is. But if you think about it, in real life, people don't just go, huh! Ugh. They take a while.
That is funny. that is a really excellent death scene. Now that you mention it.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever
Listen.
seen Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Thieves or tights?
Thieves. I've seen tights numerous times.
For some
and
reason.
can quote it many.
For some reason, I owned and watched multiple times Prince of Thieves. That Kevin Costner and that Bryan Adams song, man.
Oh, man, Bryan Adams songs.
I mean, it was fine. It was a product of its time. So
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What? Yeah. About what? About Prince of Thieves, Kevin Costner, or Bryan Adams?
Dave wants to know if it's time for Mayhem Mania.
What's that?
not yet. Although it seems as if, hey, remember last year when I made the match with Seth Rollins in the AOP versus Roman Reigns in the Usos?
Hold on.
And now
Hold
it's
that.
really happening.
Hold that for the show.
It's happening.
Hold that for the All right, we actually, since the stream wasn't working the way I thought it was, now all that stuff is exclusive content on Gold. So please join our Patreon. Oops.
Stay tuned for
It
Hot
went-
Fire Disney Takes.
It's streamed somewhere, but not where you guys could see it apparently. So
You have to use Parcel Tongue to get to it.
hopefully it's not in the Pittsburgh Current.
Do
I
what
don't know.
now?
Yeah, seriously. It's in the dark web. Somewhere in the
Oh
dark
my
web.
God.
Somewhere in the dark web
Oh.
is
First 10.
first 10.
Was
First
that
10,
you
okay.
doing Parcel Tongue?
That was me.
Like, yes, it's a late start.
Hold on.
What?
Sword.
Hmm.
Lego update.
Lego update before
There's
we
no
start.
update, but I need to show Tati this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm building the Hogwarts castle.
Oh, this looks so cool! Ah, I'm nerding out. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Oh, and you've got the Chamber of Secrets. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
That's freaking
What was
awesome.
it?
It's a 6,000 piece set.
Oh, Jesus. Really? You know what? Actually, I would have expected it to be a little bit bigger. But then again, if thank
It,
you.
it's over with.
Your
Yeah.
Chamber of Secrets. I wish it was. Okay.
Oh, I've had so many bad Harry Potter sexual jokes.
Okay.
Tell me how flexible your wand is.
It's slightly springy and very unyielding. Oh, this is gonna be a great show, Sword. I can
All
tell
right.
already.
I'm saving that one.
Ah!
That's going up. That's going up on the Instagrams. All right, let's do a show. Holy crap! I think we are in the mode. Definitely. I'll pull that document up over there, and we're gonna go and start the show. 692.
No, that was last week, I think.
I think it's 2 weeks ago actually. 'Cause I definitely said the wrong.
Twitter told me. Twitter told me which stream.
694.
Oh, okay.
694.
Why is it?
Turn
I always end up.
turn
On,
to podcast 694.
I always end up on a program that is one number before being like a round even number. I graduated in the 59th year of my school, and now I'm on.
It's 694.
Yeah,
694
but
is even.
so it's one away from being 695.
Okay. What? Oh,
5 and 10.
just.
I get what you mean, but
The hell?
yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait till we get to the 700 club.
Ah,
There were some
we'll
good
have
ideas
to
getting
have-
thrown around.
Sorg, we will have to have Tati back when I finish this castle
Mm-hmm.
for the Lego update unveiling. Of the
Ooh, nice.
And I will be in my Hogwarts professor's cosplay.
Excellent. Excellent. I like this already.
Oh
It's
boy.
getting dirty.
Here we
no!
go.
Oh God, no!
Wow.
No! No!
What?
No! No!
What?
It
no,
just
no,
seems
no,
like it's
no.
getting dirty.
Easy.
What?
I am
not.
talking like
It's
Chambers of
not.
Secrets and
You
like.
Matt.
took that a completely different
Matt, it's
route.
only a dirty Hogwarts professor if you have to slither in.
All right, on that note.
I feel like I need to warm up again now.
That's what she said.
And saving that.
Oh, jeez.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show 694 Tuesdays. We've been talking about professionalized wrestling, and at least one night we've been making sexual innuendos about Harry Potter. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studio in Pittsburgh, PA, live streaming to you and around the crew with us. We got a hell of a crew with us and only one title. Nobody gets titles except for one person. One of them without it, but he is the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE. He is up in somewhere in upstate New York where they get snow. He is Mad Mike.
Sorg. I neglected to mention my wand size before.
Okay. And it's not a prerequisite for this show, sir.
12 3/4 inches.
Okay.
That's a lie.
Around.
Hey, it knows me, all right? I don't have control over the damn thing.
Son of a bitch. Also with us, our friend in the mainstream media. Where we're breaking all the FCC rules. Mainstream Matt.
Sorg, it's not the size of your Chamber of Secrets. It's, you know.
It's how you slither in.
What, you hide in it?
It's how big the basilisk is inside.
I don't even read. What are you asking me for?
By the way, and also with us, and I realize her entire family's probably watching right now, Tatiana Rose is with us.
Hello.
New Black Diamond Women's Champion.
Yay.
We'll be talking to her about that here later in the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You have made at least, I guess, like kind of a cameo making a match for Mayhem Mania, right?
Yep.
And also you've been on the video game streams with us.
Oh, yes.
And
I also once got harassed by Christian Noir on a video game stream.
that's, oh, well, the world did.
What else is new?
We finally next year in 2020, I'm going to allow him on a live Facebook stream again.
Are you
It's
sure
official.
that's a good idea?
It's official. Well, I mean, we're going to keep the button handy. So,
I would
you know.
keep a spray bottle handy too, just like anytime he
A
starts going
spray
off.
bottle? We were just going to just...
Anytime he starts going off, just go. Pss, pss, pss.
It's gonna,
No.
and he usually wears the face paint when he's on the show. So
That makes it funnier. It is the end of Christian Noir, so just like slowly starts spraying
it
off
just
his
starts fading away.
It
And
looked like Sting hiding under the box where the Seth Rollins statue was.
if it,
The second they made a big deal about those statues, I was like, oh no.
Sting's in
It's
the
a
box.
very specific reference.
Sting's definitely in the box. By the way, watch the Untold on that. I think that was really interesting. If you have a chance, it's up on the network. Ronnie Starks was supposed to be here. He was quarantined, and then we actually suspended him for the week for violation of the WMS wellness policy. Get better soon and get off them steroids. So we'll see him next week for, hopefully he's healed by the time it's time for the Good Guys Christmas special. I have no idea what's in store for that. I just
I
hear
might have to come back from
people
that.
are making plans. I don't know if
Sorg,
you're
I'm gonna drink.
You're going to drink?
I'm gonna drink.
It is the night to drink, so
Yeah,
we'll,
I'm gonna drink.
I
I'm
want-
gonna drink, and hopefully, if I can get to it, I'm gonna sing.
Oh,
Ooh.
singing will happen. Some So over the internet singing will happen apparently. So I hope we're not going to have to synchronize over the Google Hangout. That could get messy.
Hey, Sorg, there's some asshole in the chat room. T Crocy?
T.
I don't know
Crocy.
I don't know
Yes.
who that is.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure who that is.
No, me neither. Me neither.
Oh, hi,
Haven't been around for a
Zeke.
while.
Hi, Dave.
Hey.
Hey,
Hashtag-
Zeke and Dave are in there, and Crows. I don't know.
Anyways,
I don't know.
this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. You're going to check out everything at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Find links to subscribe to us on podcast and video form, and look us up on your favorite platform. Other shows on there, like the Indie Mayhem Show, had a great conversation with Bubba the Bulldog. Bubba the Bulldog. I think I'm legally required to say it that way. Who I understand had a interesting weekend at KSWA, and we talked a lot about the history of indie wrestling and IWC and PWX, all the way back to the 90s, and that time that he got handcuffed to Paul Bearer at ringside at a WWF show. There were some pretty interesting stories there, so definitely, I know I piqued your interest over there. Go check that out on the Indie Mayhem Show. Also, a great interview Jim LaMotta had with one Shirley Doe, the evil genius of professional wrestling here, and I think you're a 25-year veteran, if I'm not mistaken, in the Pittsburgh area. Definitely worthwhile, so go check out all those. Of course, all those are on the Wrestling Mayhem Show super feed, if you can find that on your iTunes or other podcast place, so you can get all of the wrestling related podcasts. These are some extra ones we can stick in there every once in a while too. Who knows what we're doing over Christmas. You can also hit us up at that email address.
Good times.
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com or 412-206-WMS0. Tweet us at Mayhem Show. And, of course, follow the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook page and Wrestling Mayhem Show group on Facebook. A lot of great discussions and memes coming up in there. And we are here live every Tuesday, except for the Christmas break, on Facebook Live around about 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Sometimes the stream gets a little funky. Thank you, Vimeo, for that. And if you're catching us later on another feed, you can, of course, tweet us at Mayhem Show with the hashtag WMS694. And thank you to our Patreon supporters, patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. You guys are helping make the Mayhem Show world go round. Our friends, Bo Diggity!
Woo!
Woo! Ed Burke, Bobby F. J-Town, Tina Keys, and Tima Hammer Fist, all at the fan of the show dollar level. At the $5 Poppy Club.
Yes.
Poppy Club. Is Bradley Ruthers, Doc Remedy, Dave Ponder, and Kyle Turner. Our friend at the Pizza Club, $10 level. At 13 is Ryan Clark. And our manager at the $20 level, our friend at OccupyProWrestling.com. Thank you guys for supporting the show. You can too at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. And since we had a little bit of an issue with our stream getting going earlier tonight, that first 10 minutes of the pre-show is now exclusive to Patreon. So go check that out at the Poppy Club level. Guys, a lot of stuff happening in wrestling, and I think since we're here, we need to talk about well, actually, I have one I'm going to hold on, because there was a little bit you were talking about, since we've had Mainstream Matt on for the first time in a while. You've been really excited about
Back from suspension.
Back from suspension. The FCC made us. You were just talking about before the show how you're really excited about an old Mayhem Mania match. It seems to be coming to fruition of sorts.
Yes. Last year during Mayhem Mania.
Like the 2018, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago in Mayhem Mania.
Two Mayhem Manias
I
ago.
created. I don't make matches often in Mayhem Mania.
No.
But when I do, they're awesome. And this one I made 2 years ago. I made Seth Rollins and the AOP versus Roman Reigns and the Usos. What a great match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it can actually happen. We're close now. And since we're on the topic of Mayhem Mania, do you know that Tatiana once played Mayhem Mania with us?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to know what match she made?
Oh,
whenever-
you found
no,
it.
you
You found
man.
it.
Oh no!
I don't know why anyone would mock this match.
And
This
by the way,
match
if
is
you're
an
new-
absolute banger.
But by the way, Mayhem Mania is a thought experiment we do leading into WrestleMania of making like the best possible WrestleMania ever that we do. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people get into it. If you're new to the program,
You're not up on the lore.
There you go.
Oh.
Go look up Mayhem
Study
Mania
the lore.
on the
Just study the lore.
WrestlingMayhemShow.com, and you can get up on the lore.
And also, if you subscribe to Patreon, you can become part of the lore.
Mm-hmm. That is the best promo for Patreon I think we've ever done.
We make it rain during
That's right.
Mayhem Mania.
That's right.
New tier, Lorgatron.
Okay,
We
so
write an epic tome about you.
Anyways, what was that match?
Okay, Tatiana Rose, your match that you created last year was Kofi Kingston
Oh.
and Xavier Woods versus Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley.
Oh!
I remember this now.
And that allows me to circle back to the fact that we were so far ahead on this Rhea Ripley train. We were making Rhea Ripley matches every week during Mayhem
She was
Mania
just like
last year.
just lighting on fire. In this is earlier this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was just kind of popping in UK.
She wasn't like 110% scary yet. She was like at 80%
The
scary.
internet had not scary fallen in love with her yet.
Yeah, the
Yes.
internet was not yet fully in love. They were like at 95%, but like,
Yeah.
but we were way out in front on
Yes,
that.
or
we
at
were
least-
making
at least-
matches
or at
with
least-
Rhea
at least
Ripley
she
every
was.
week. Yeah.
I don't know if that was a full like creation or was that like a
It was-
modification?
It was a full creation.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rhea Ripley wasn't the original. She wasn't the original person I had in there. I had somebody else, but I ended up putting her in because my original person was in a different match. So I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
Yeah, you actually you killed a match to create that match.
Ooh,
You want to
who
know
did
the
I-
match that you killed to
Yeah.
create that match?
Yes.
The match you deleted to create that match was you deleted the Usos versus the Revival versus Sasha and Bailey.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah.
It's part
I
of the
think
lore
it's an
now.
upgrade. I think that match is an upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
it's more
New Day
even.
versus Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley. I'd still watch that.
Uh-huh.
That'd be
I think
so
more
much.
people would be into that now than they would have been, a year ago. So
Mm-hmm.
And plus, Nikki knows Die Hard is a Christmas movie, so it's even better.
All right, so who
Absolutely.
in the room does not think that Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
I think we're all on agreement in the room.
yeah,
I mean,
fine with the.
So what
Okay.
was this? So there's this Twitter exchange. Was that Nikki Cross that was going on about it?
Nikki Cross, Drake Maverick, and Killian Dane and Eric Young, I think.
Oh no! Oh no! So it was going all in on that, huh?
So,
Basically, everyone from TNA is wrong.
well,
Okay.
so
applies to a lot of things.
Well,
so the
Oh,
other
no,
guy from Sanity wasn't on the side of Nikki and
oh
Killian,
no!
I guess.
found it. Oh no!
There it is.
Oh,
It's an action movie that happens at Christmas time, not a Christmas movie, says Drake Maverick. Christmas has nothing to do with the theme of the film. Could have happened any time of the year. Could have been an Easter movie for all we know, right? Yeah. Oh, this is good. You got to find that. That's in the Wrestling Mayhem Show group. Where there's some screenshots over there that Dave Podner had posted. So,
Zeke, you are allowed to stay in the chat room.
oh, is he with us? There you
He's with
go.
us.
There you go. I don't know. Maybe they're just playing along right now, so they don't get kicked out. So, some other big moves this week. But I guess other than the big moves we did back in Mayhem Mania, there were a lot of releases. Sin Cara is gone. Luke Harper is gone. And also, I'm so glad, Matt, that you're on the show this week.
Yes.
So we can talk about the fact that the Ascension have left the wasteland.
It's been a lean few years for the Ascension Quotes Twitter account, Sorg, because these guys are never on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe now we'll actually hear them speak words,
Mm-hmm.
and we can quote them again,
Mm-hmm.
because we were out of quotes
Yes.
for a long time.
There was a Welcome to the Wasteland sign-in at like a pay-per-view or something the last couple months. I
There's
thought.
always one guy
Yeah.
at the WWE show
There's
with
another,
like
there's another Matt
resurrect
Harlan.
the Ascension.
I mean, I
you know.
imagine if you sat camera side at shows, you'd probably also have a sign.
There's always a Pro Ascension sign at every WWE show because
But nobody listened.
I mean, that is like as you want to be like as hipster as you can when you're watching your wrestling. You can't get much more hipster than I'm the one Ascension fan.
Matt,
That's I'm isolated from everyone else. I'm doing my thing. I don't care what you think.
Matt, I have a question for you.
What?
Do you think Connor and Victor will rejoin his cosmic wasteland brethren, Cody?
No,
No,
no, I don't think so.
I don't know. He has a butcher, a blade, and a bunny to deal with now.
I know.
hmm.
I know.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't like. I don't know what the Ascension does now. I mean, they're gonna have to. They're going to have to use their other names now, right? What are you going to call them now?
But are they going to keep using gluten jokes?
That's the real question. That
Amazing
is the real
question.
question. Wow. Forget about the gluten jokes.
I know.
If I were to predict, I would say they end up in Impact Wrestling to do stuff.
I'm really fighting this mic.
You are
tonight.
fighting that microphone. I'm like, where's that coming from? It's like, yep.
I think they're going to make. I predict a huge splash at Joey Janela's spring break.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
They are
yes.
tailor made for that show.
Jeez.
I don't
You
know
know
what
what?
happens to them after that, but
I'm gonna say they show up on NWA Power in the same gimmick.
They just become like this era at NWA
Just
Powers.
get them
And they just call
Road
themselves
Warriors.
Wasteland.
The Wasteland?
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
That's
You're gonna have to
acceptable.
call it something else, though.
I think the Wasteland would be. No, that would work.
I don't think the Wasteland is trademarked.
No, that was just
Not yet.
not yet.
Not trademark yet.
I don't know what. Luke Harper made sure to trademark like his old Brody Lee name. So also, still, I remember this was a thing before, but I was wondering if it changed after he was released. But he still has like every day. It's Saturday. You know what that means.
yeah.
It's Sunday. You know what that means. And I looked. He just has been doing this every day.
Yeah, he's been doing it every single day.
Yeah.
I think it started out as like a joke, or rather as sort of him building up to whatever his return was supposed to be. The return didn't happen, and he was like, well, no reason to stop.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just going to keep going.
Or wherever he pops up or something. Or it's like...
He probably just reads interesting responses to it.
That could be too. Maybe he just does it to pop the internet and see what happens. It's his own social media experiment. So, yeah. Update on NWA Power, thanks to Tina in the chat room.
We got some bad news.
Got some bad news. Stu Bennett is taking Cornette's place in the commentary. Is that? By the way, is that shirt handy?
What?
Yeah. Is that shirt handy by chance? No reason.
Oh, yes, I still do have my Bad News
No.
Barrett t-shirt.
No,
No,
not
wait.
that one. I was talking about the Jim Cornette
this
one.
one. Oh,
Hold on, there we go. We had a gift from G Raver over the weekend.
There you
and I'm
go.
gonna no, the other.
Stu
We're gonna.
Come on, we
yeah,
gotta see
go
what it
ahead. Go
says.
ahead. We can show it. Oh, are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Do
we
it.
got,
I'm.
we got the sweet G Raver motherfucker shirt, which is the alternate edition for some. I don't know. We could be talking about Stu Bennett. You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know who that could be. That could
Look
be
at this
anybody.
art. Look at
It
this
could
art.
be
This is
anybody with
good
glasses and that
Now-
hairline.
Now wait, if Stu Bennett does commentary for Power, does it have to be on a scissor lift?
He just opens every NWA
I'll never
Power
forget
with
the time-
gavel.
The time the scissor lift broke down, and he had to wing it, and he did. He made it work. It's just, that dude is super. Oh, I'm a big time Bad News Barrett guy.
It was
I miss him a lot.
the New Day podcast. They were like Big E was talking about how demoralizing it was that he was having a match, and then Bad News Barrett comes out to berate him and call him boring. As they're
Just all of
doing
a sudden,
match.
the music plays.
Yeah,
and
he
it's
just, like-
Bad News Barrett rising out of
It's
the
just
crowd.
like, how is that supposed to help your self-esteem while you're trying to build yourself on SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
So-
Listen, nothing is more motivating than spite. If Bad News Barrett got up on a forklift and was calling me boring, yes, I would be put out for a second, but then I'd try to become interesting and try to be like, no, screw you.
well, that worked for Big E.
Yes,
It
it did.
definitely worked for Big E.
Rocking the scissor lift.
Yeah. We're like, there's two of us. We can take this.
It's like, oh, look, you forgot to lock down your scissor lift before you went up.
Oh.
That's a
Dude, that-
violation, and I'm going to show you why.
Or just make it go higher.
It's like, hey,
Really
you want to
fuck
go
with
into the
them.
rafters?
Hey, you want to cosplay as Sting? Here you go.
Ooh, yeah. So some shakeups. I mean, but I think this is expected, and I think these were people that wanted out, which is weird since Sin Cara kind of had a run for a little bit and had a friend that they gave him.
Sin Cara got back on TV,
Yeah.
did like a 3-week deal with Andrade, and then asked for his release.
Mhm.
Like, no more. I could take no more of this television exposure.
Yeah.
Let me be free.
And you gotta think, like, you are still, despite like maybe not being happy, you're still on TV in front of more eyeballs than you probably will ever be otherwise. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
But he wasn't on TV before that. I thought.
No,
I
no,
thought
no,
he.
no.
I thought he asked for his release. Then they put him on TV. Like, hey, we'll use you, huh? Huh?
and then he
Here,
went public.
you have a
Yeah.
friend.
well,
He's
yeah.
like, oh
maybe.
yeah, cool. How long are you guys using me for? Oh, 3 weeks.
Well, then he got powerbombed to
Bye.
bejesus and back by Andrade on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad.
He's probably like, I'm not re-signing.
Yep. No, I'm out. I'm out. This is what they think. Well, not everybody can be Revival that complains on Twitter, says they want out, and they're given both tag titles within the span of 6 months. So,
Hey, I still say, like, all right, we're not doing predictions yet. I wouldn't be surprised
That's
in
next week.
2020 the Revival win the tag titles in NXT.
hey, they already hung out down there for a minute, didn't they?
Uh-huh.
So
We'll have a shakeup at some point.
Which, I mean, and I'm not mad at that. I'm just like, oh, they're going to SmackDown. Blah. They go to here. Blah. You tell me Revival's going to go back to NXT and have great matches? All right, I'm in. All right.
Yeah.
It's such...
There's literally like no one you could say they're going to NXT that you don't go like yes.
Hold on. There's one person.
Oh, try it.
Oh, this is a fun game.
Oh, you know what?
Name me one
No,
person
hold
that
on.
would get sent to NXT that you
Sorg?
would be like, damn it.
I've got one
Sorg,
person in
let's-
mind.
Sorg, let's make this the big question.
Okay, everybody think about this.
Yes.
What is the most undesirable person in WWE that you would groan at if they popped up in NXT? All right? That's our
this is
question.
gonna
We're going to give you a
good.
2-segment lead on this while I go into an ad. So... So speaking of people that you probably won't groan at if they pop up on NXT, check out IndieWrestling.network. A lot of great content, a lot of best of content went up this week as well, but also a lot of great new shows, multiple new programs. I mean, there's still going to be 2 brand new wrestling shows filmed this month going up on IndieWrestling.network, just $5.99 a month. You can check it out. You can watch for free with a 7-day free trial. We just posted, and I'll pull the trailer up here in a moment. We just posted the RWA Seasons Beatings that just went up from this Saturday night. If I can actually get this to stream properly. There you go. There, you can kind of see it there. Bronco Loco. Devon Dudley from WWE was there as well, hanging out with the Rev, because the Reverends need to stick together. Our friend Facade, and, of course, all the great stars of RWA, Super Hentai, Jason Gorey, Jacob Edwin, John Roden stealing a girl, apparently.
Rodin,
The
no.
the Axeman,
Bad
Clint
Rodin.
Pro, a lot of great stuff, a lot of great action, and just the most insane crowd. Matt can attest to that. He's been around that crew.
They're the best.
Crowd posse.
I don't know if they're the best. They're really good.
They're they're the most interesting crowd. They're the most vocal crowd. They're the loudest crowd. They're the most. They have got to be the most into it crowd, I think, in the area, hands down. It can't refute that. But so much is going on there. So much is happening with Rise Wrestling, Prospect Pro Wrestling, both have anniversary shows this weekend. You can check out all those shows from last month and actually the entire run of Prospect Pro Wrestling. Go check them out. And Black Diamond Wrestling, where, you can see Tatiana won that belt over there.
Yay.
Yay. Well, defended. Received and defended.
Yes.
Received and defended.
Yes.
And still new.
And still new. Thank you. That's
I've
actually
been
what's
saying that
part
for
of
the past 2 weeks. I might as well say it while she's here.
it. But also great stuff coming on, like Refs with Rigatoni and so much more. I don't know why people are just saying my name in the chat room. But anyways, speaking of which, let's talk about that. Tatiana Rose is with us here today, and normally, I kind of like weigh like, do they come on the main show? Do they go on an Indie Mayhem show? But you've had like 3 matches. And I think this is too good not to have up here. And she's got a belt, ladies and gentlemen. So I guess actually 4 matches. You had a tag team match too.
Do we have? Okay,
Match-ish.
three singles
Three
matches.
singles matches.
And
A singles championship. So a product of the Fight Society training academy, was it? Is it? Institute. Thank you. I forgot the word. But a product of the Fight Society. Of course, you did some stuff You did some stuff going on. Somebody's talking about my tweets. You did some stuff going on. In Fight Society, of course, part of Angel Gate. You had your first couple of matches, and then you come out of Black Diamond, and there hasn't been a lot of women's wrestling in Black Diamond for several months. A lot of intergender, which is great. But you're taking on another Fight Institute grad, Scarlett, and then Ronnie Starks, who is out on a wellness issue right now from the show. I want to remind you. Apparently found it in the back and bestowed it on you.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. I was like, yay, I'm going to have a match. I'm going to do good. And Ronnie? What? Oh. Okay. Okay, then.
Indie wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. So what were you... It was amazing. Like, I love every picture is just you're afraid of having the belt, it seems. Or, okay, this is here.
Well, I kind of thought it was a joke until I got to the ring, and then they said, anyway, this is a women's championship title match. And I go, it is? I thought it was just a match. I have to defend this thing? Okay. Okay. So, that whole night was just very, very concerning. I continue to fight the mic. That is my everlasting opponent.
So, I felt like when you left, it looked like did it look like you were going to throw up?
I will neither confirm nor
Okay.
deny. Let's just say I was very scared that Scarlett was going to kill me, and I thought it was best that I get away from the ring, and that's all I will say.
So you've been at this for a bit. At least you've been around doing the interviews and kind of a part of OSHA for a little bit too. Hence, I think the Ronnie involvement. I think for the night, and then before things went south for him.
Oh, geez, yeah, that was surprising, and yeah, because here's the thing, I thought that Ronnie had kind of forgotten that I was a part of OSHA, and then until he brought out the belts, and then he and I were talking in the back, everything was cool, and then that happened, and we were both like, well, that was weird. Neither of us knew what was going on, so.
So already, when was your first match? It was just like 2 months ago, right?
October 26th.
October 26th, your first singles match. And who was it against?
It was against Charlie Kroll.
Charlie. Oh shit. That's right. And I'm Matt, I think you've had some run-ins for Charlie Kroll.
She came after me with a knife once.
That sounds about right.
For those that don't know, Charlie Kroll, Mike, are you okay over there?
Jesus, Matt.
I don't think she likes me.
Somewhere all the ladies are going, that's what happens.
Hey, I mean, it's wrestling. Anything can happen.
She was
brother.
definitely one of the more interesting people at Angel Gate. And I don't know, there was this rash of Matt kept, if something strange was going to happen on one side of the ring, it was probably going to be his side.
Yeah. My gimmick when I run ringside camera is getting in the way. So.
Yeah.
But yes, Charlie Kroll is. Obviously she's doing something right. She left an impression on me. So
yeah,
and you. So
yeah,
she's doing something right.
Awesome. So I guess going into 2020, you're looking forward to having a long reign of that championship.
Oh yes, I'm looking forward to having a
long reign, few defenses. Is that what we're thinking here? Is that the?
That's an idea.
That's
Hey,
good.
if nothing else, you'll be at least a champion for 2 years by the time the next Black Diamond show comes on.
You should have a gimmick where they can only challenge you if they can answer these questions 3.
There we go. We should roll it.
That's a great idea. Hey,
Yeah,
somebody call up Rick Diamond. I got a plan.
We come up with we'll message them. We were trying to get a Deck to Halls match going a couple weeks ago.
I mean, normal people do number 1 contender matches.
By the way,
Only true champions do trivia.
Rick Diamond is actually in the chat room right now. So, Mike, do you have any other ideas for Black Diamond Wrestling while the man that owns the company's there?
I still want someone to do a Taipei Penne match.
And that would be, again...
A Taipei Penne match is where you take dried pasta, you dip your hands in marinara sauce, and then you dip your hands in the crumbled up dry pasta, and it's like a Taipei death match, only with pasta.
Oh, but can we do that with anybody other than Mambo Italiano and Chest Flex?
You can do that with literally anyone, Sorg.
I mean,
Do we have to?
Wait, are you
have to
volunteering?
do-
Do you
no,
want to be?
no.
Oh, wait.
no.
Is that what the rematch with Scarlett's gonna be?
Did you just challenge
no.
Mambo? Wait, did you just
Here's
challenge
what you-
Mambo Italiano
Oh,
here
sorry,
on the
here-
show? Is that what happened?
Oh, okay.
Sorg, here's
Maybe. No.
if it's not
Not to that
Mambo,
match.
if it's not Mambo, one person has to be gluten free. That way, it's like a death match essentially.
Surprise! It's gonna be Connor and Victor from the Ascension.
Oh!
Get on the horn, Rick.
They're free. Get them in.
Welcome to the pasta land.
Welcome to the Oh, show title. Show title with a picture of Ascension on a Chef Boyardee can.
Their new
man.
Now
names
gluten
can be
free.
like a brand of
Kids on that
pasta.
right away.
Their new names can be brands of pasta.
Penne and Rosa.
Yes.
Ragu and Prego.
Aw.
No, that's when Primo and Epico get fired.
Oh no!
Wait a minute. Let's roll back. Are they still there?
Yes.
Primo just got busted for a wellness violation.
Oh shit!
Wait, what?
Yeah.
He's still able to. Wait, he's still there?
Hey, if you don't answer your phone, you still work there.
That's how it works.
JTG taught us that very important lesson.
That's how you screwed up the first time around, right, Mike? We got your future endeavored letter.
No, actually, I got my endeavored letter through an email.
Oh, okay.
Which I still have saved,
Yes.
and I actually need to print out at some point.
You should get on that.
I don't know
You
why
should
it's not
really.
framed and behind you in the shot.
I feel like at this point it might be a detriment.
Maybe
For reasons.
I didn't.
Sorg, no one likes self-fulfilling prophecies. No one. Not Harry
Oh.
Potter. Certainly not this guy.
Bobby Roode also got popped for wellness. Apparently, I guess look at him. He was getting a little too glorious there.
The glorious popping rude.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, that was
Okay,
awful.
all right.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. So and not that he was in a really good position for a bit. So
Well, now he's not Bobby Roode anymore. He's
He's
Robert
Robert.
Roode, which is
Yeah.
worse. That is so much worse.
He's kind of been both over the years. Hey, Mike, was he Robert Roode at any point in TNA?
Oh yeah. Well, Robert Roode is okay if you're a suit-wearing heel, like in a stable, like he was in Fortune.
Yeah, that's right. He did.
Can we just recreate Fortune? We got everybody in WWE.
Well, no, we don't.
No, we don't.
Because Kazarian and Daniels are in AEW.
Yeah.
We can't do Fortune without Kazarian and Daniels.
That's
Because
true.
they got Bobby Roode. They got Bobby Roode a giant throne that he couldn't sit on, and his little legs.
Oh no!
Well, it was a comically giant throne, and they got for Bobby Roode, and he went to sit in the throne, and he couldn't reach the mat, so he just kept kicking his legs like a child. I'm like, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen. It was the segment where Kaz and Daniels were dressed as the guys from Dumb and Dumber.
Oh no! I need to find this.
Yeah, the only greater gif in the entirety of TNA history is Scott Steiner on a pogo stick.
Oh, it isn't. The little person with the gun.
The Sorg.
That's just a
Sorg. Just because you have a grudge against Puppet because he called you an asshole,
That was yeah.
Doesn't
that
mean-
was it.
Sorg,
Just saying.
we still need to bring him back.
No, we don't.
You need to
No,
get
we don't.
redemption.
No, for
You need
redemption.
to get redemption.
What am I gonna do to get redemption?
How about we bring him back for episode 700?
Yes. Yes. But we call it 700. We call it 700 centimeters.
Oh. This is the mayhem. This is your life, and then all of a sudden you just hear. Can you recognize this voice? You're an asshole, puppet.
And then, can you recognize this voice? Eat a bag of dicks.
And Mike's like, Vampiro? Oh, boy.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah. Oh, boy. You think Vampiro's going to pop up at the WWE now that
Lucha Underground.
Chris is over there?
maybe. I don't know.
Our friend Chris.
Yeah,
Oh.
our buddy Chris.
The Joseph. That's been confirmed since, right?
I don't know if it's been.
It was like an
confirmed.
unconfirmed rumor a week ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, either way.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Hey, make SmackDown great again. Give me some
Oh,
ninja
no,
skeletons.
Sorg. Don't say that phrase.
Oh, not that way. Okay. Well, I'm just saying I just want some ninja skeletons and some undead.
Yeah, first time you see a time travel angle, you'll know where he is.
Yeah.
Did Kalisto just go back in time?
The first time I see a medallion pop up, I'm like, oh,
There's Chris is back.
The first time there's literal murder on a show. Ah, okay, there it is. He's got his footprints.
the,
That show was wild.
The
Poor
great-
Dolph Ziggler.
the greatest thing.
Now I'm kind of hoping that like one of these weeks, like Rey Mysterio can get locked in the basement.
Why is Ray in the boiler room?
Just locked in a cellar.
I will give Lucha Underground this. When they realized that they lost about half of their big names, the very beginning of season 2, you just see a police board with missing persons and pictures of everybody that said
Yep.
they were coming back and didn't.
So great.
It was like, well,
Mhm.
at least they acknowledge they're not there.
Yeah, at least you're like there's a cue. They're just like, listen,
The
don't
best
expect
thing
these guys.
too, if you read the comic books,
Wait,
they act. Yes.
what?
Oh, have you not known about this?
No, there's Lucha Underground
Oh.
comic books?
Yeah.
Between seasons 1 and 2.
When I was at the when I was at the filming for season 3, like there were like crew members ringside reading the comic books.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah,
still think the best gift from that show is freaking Prince Puma looking over the roof and PJ Black seeing him stopping and just walking away. There's no dialogue exchange between them. Black just sees him and goes and walks. It's great.
I damn it, I need to rewatch all of Lucha Underground.
I mean, don't we all? I mean,
It was
that-
so
this-
great.
It's no longer on Netflix though.
Oh man.
No, it's on
Tubi.
Tubi.tv.
Yes.
Tubi.tv.
Go look up Tubi TUBI TV. It's on
Yeah.
every platform and it is free. It's
It
ad
is free.
supported, but it is free. You can go watch Lucha Underground. I think all
And-
of it.
And you can watch this series finale where Matt and I are mentioned by name.
Or yes, or you can hang out at my place because I have it all on Apple. So I bought the entire entire thing.
Streaming party.
Streaming party.
Yes. Oh my
Whoa.
God. Yes. Yes,
Listen.
Sword, can we do that?
Listen, we need to prepare ourselves for 2 mornings straight of Wrestle Kingdom next month. I think we should do it by the week before, just watching, just watching all of Lucha Underground.
All right. I want to talk about a missed opportunity for Wrestle Kingdom.
Okay.
So these are supposedly Liger's last matches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't his supposed last match in all of professional wrestling against Brian Pillman Jr.?
Oh, that'd be great. That
Yeah.
would be
Oh,
good.
gee.
Yeah.
I think that like that even though that match holds a lot of significance to us, that perhaps to Liger himself it's like just a match. Like he doesn't really think about it as much as we do. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I bet he probably does, especially now that Pillman's no longer with us.
Mhm.
Yeah, it would be interesting. Have they done that? Is
No,
Pillman
is
Jr.
it-
No, it hasn't happened. No.
Probably hasn't
I
happened.
guess
No.
it's not going to happen.
Somebody
So-
tweet. Somebody tweet Pillman.
Pillman Jr. Come on.
Hey.
Yeah, I get the impression that Liger doesn't really want to do a singles match, or doesn't think he can
But
maybe
like,
do one on that stage anymore. So
a tag team match, then something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know,
It'd be fun. It'd be a lot of fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But
but this is Liger's farewell, so he's getting.
Yeah, I
assume
mean,
he's getting what he wants. So
if he's doing what he wants to do, that's fine. I thought that would have been a nice like.
It'd be
full
it'd
circle
be a
thing.
nice tie-up, at least for American audiences, and he was doing a bit of a tour here through America. So I'm kind of curious if Like somebody somewhere would have put that together. So
I still think every time we talk about Liger, I can't help but think about like how like my 9-year-old son is like knows who Jushin Thunder Liger is because first seeing him when he showed up in that one takeover, and how like Liger, the gateway drug to Japanese wrestling for like 30 years worth of wrestling fans here in the States that's amazing.
Okay.
Legacy.
All right. They have had one match. One match. It was a 6-man tag team match for Defy Wrestling.
Ooh.
There you go.
So Tina might have seen this.
When was that?
Tina, get that video.
August 23rd of this year.
Oh, okay.
It was Liger, Coughlin, and Carl Fredericks against the American Guns and Brian Pillman Jr. So Tina may know of that.
But she is confirming. It says it already happened in a 6-way match.
Wow.
She's
on
in
that
Tacoma,
shit.
Washington in August.
She's on that shit.
It was a New Japan double shot weekend. I also tweeted Pillman to see if he had a match opportunity. Hoping he might tell me the same, but I'm curious if there might be a single somewhere. So, right in our backyard. I'm losing my thing.
Now Sorg's fighting the microphone.
Now my microphone's falling apart over here. Oh, it's had some good years. So, anyways,
It's had some awkward years.
it's also had some awkward years. Yes, I probably should clean this thing.
Jimmy DeMarco.
Oh, you know what's the strangest thing is just to be standing here in the studio and I get a knock on my window and there's Jimmy DeMarco waving at me. I'm like, it's Jimmy. And I'm just like, I don't know how to react. I was like, come in or hi or like I don't know what's about to happen. So, yeah. Anyways, hey, you know what else is about to happen? I'm going to grab myself a sweet slice of that Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Our good friends over here, right up the street here in Beachview, Carnegie, East End, and PNC Park are here around Pittsburgh. And, of course, I know a lot of you are out there, just like we're talking about out in Washington with our friend Tina. And we like to help the global expansion. So if you've got a Broadway in your town, go take a picture of that Broadway Avenue sign. Please go tag at PGH_slice on the Twitter and tell them you want a slice on your Broadway and help them out. You never know. You never know when they're ready to expand outside Pittsburgh limits. I'm just watching Mike eat, not slice off of the side here.
They sell pasta there too, Sorg.
What's that?
They sell pasta there too.
They do sell pasta there. He's eating pasta in very broad ways.
Welcome
sorry,
to the pasta land.
Oh my
Pasta land.
There you go. SliceOnBroadway.com. Go check it out. Thanks for supporting the show. Hey, guys, you're going to hear from Katie what some other stuff that we work on around here. And then we're going to come back with that big question. What was the big question? Who would you like to see on or who could you think of to put on NXT that we could potentially groan at? Because it's likely unlikely. Likely unlikely? I don't know. We'll be back after this. Oh boy. Drop again. So I'm like leaning into it and getting like
Very
more,
intimate with it?
more uncomfortable. I gotta move this thing again.
It's not the first time someone's been intimate with those microphones.
Mm-hmm. Make love.
Won't be the last time either.
Microphone. I mean, Sammy Callahan had one of these in his mouth, so and that was gross after watching him chew the entire It was Josh Matthews' mic, by the way. So I'm sure you appreciate that, Mike.
Fuck Josh Matthews.
I did throw away the screen. So
Oh, good. Okay.
on top of the mic.
Oh,
So at least that didn't make it.
that would have made it worse.
Tyler Klein will be here at 7 p.m. tomorrow. And also, schedule pending, because there's some floating schedule stuff happening with our respective works. Marshall Gambino will be in studio tomorrow. Unannounced because we haven't locked down a time. Oh.
So, Sorg, are you saying he may have to move the time slot?
Yes, we may have to move things around for Marshall Gambino. Well, I did make the point to Bubba because he was talking about the origins and how IWC is a cartel because like Sopranos was really was really hot at the time when they came It was supposed to be a TV product.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, years later, you had the Gambino moving company, so it kind of went full circle.
I always thought that was part of it.
No, it was not part of it at all.
Oh, okay. I legit
the
'cause
Gambinos.
I didn't know the origins. I always thought that was part
Dude, the
of it.
Gambinos started in what? 04? They started in 01. So, like, they probably weren't even training yet.
Sorgi. El Paso McZombie is in the chat room.
Who?
Oh,
Who?
he heard
That
us talking
guy?
about
He heard us talking about Rey Mysterio getting locked in the basement, and he just appeared out of nowhere.
Bum, bum,
It
bum.
always happens.
Poof.
I think he just
God.
lurks.
Did
And then
somebody
one-
say violence?
No. We said violins.
Violence.
Violins. We were talking about Shinsuke Nakamura's entrance.
Okay, that's fine.
El Paso, open invite. Mayhem Mania. Whenever you want to jump
absolutely.
in, you're in.
Open invite on the show in general. Just hit me up.
Yeah, seriously.
We want crash.
Seriously.
We want the crash course on the last 3 years of Impact Wrestling. Just bring it all. Bring it all. Put in a nice little bow.
Because somehow Impact Wrestling managed to stop being Impact Wrestling.
No, it stopped
And
being
managed
TNA.
to be table for
That's
3.
What?
The new table for 3 is Sting, AJ Styles, and Jeff Jarrett.
Just talking about Impact Wrestling?
Yep.
The Main
Oh,
Event
man,
Mafia?
that's great.
They're just talking about Impact.
That's nice.
Yeah, they bring up the Main Event Mafia. They bring up Joker Sting. Like
That's nice.
Joker Sting was wild.
Joker Sting was the best Sting. Don't at me.
I will say this much about Joker Sting. At least he was having fun.
Joker Sting versus the American Badass Undertaker is my dream match.
Oh,
We're coming back, and while we're coming back here, Tina's asking if anybody saw the Impact Throwback Show yet. I
No,
have not had
I
a
did see some.
chance.
I
You
did
watched
see
of
some
it?
clips, and I will allow anyone to book the Rough Riders. In
It's my
Mayhem
goal
Mania.
over the Christmas break to watch that.
Yeah.
For reasons I do not wish to disclose, I have been at work a long time this week.
Oh, there's a El Paso saying Impact's on Tuesdays now. He can't make it on time for the show.
God damn it, El Paso!
Wow,
Impact!
Oh
choosing
no! The
Impact
Tuesday
over
Night
us.
War has claimed another casualty.
Oh. Disappointed. Well, it's that time for your answers. I think there was a bunch of them. I'm going to have to scroll back into the chat room again.
They're just gonna have to resend them.
Here's I guess yeah. It's going to be impossible with this. But
I'll tell you
anyway,
what's actually impossible is wording this question so that it makes sense. to
okay.
people.
Listen.
if this person were to show up
All right,
in
there's a
NXT, you would
superstar
go,
shakeup.
"Ugh."
This person shows up in NXT, and the crowd goes, "Wah."
Who is that person?
Who is this
Is it
person?
possible to have that person?
Oh,
I mean,
the
it was-
crowd
exist
goes,
in
"What?"
WWE.
Oh,
Because
man.
I
It was
mean,
almost Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
To be fair, it was almost Seth Rollins.
And the NXT crowd is just like, yeah.
Then they're like, "Did you hear
Burn
the
it
actually?" They actually started chanting, "That's not cool." They actually chanted, "That's not cool."
That's not cool.
Oh,
all right.
God.
Oh man, he got your old beat. Apparently, it's for his Figure 4 online job.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah,
El
yeah.
Paso's been the Impact Beat Boy for Meltzer for
That's
like 3
right.
or 4 years now.
Man.
Oh, okay. All right. If it's for work, then trust me, writing
Listen.
about wrestling, I get it.
We understand when wrestling is your work around here.
We get it.
Making
We-
wrestling your job.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorg,
Wow.
I've had 20 hours this week already.
You've had 20 hours?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
Oh,
You're
no.
correct.
Oh,
Every time you see like a multi-man or like a big like schmaz,
Yeah.
it's just like dollar signs just like
I-
spinning from
I
head.
just- I just look. I'm like, God, fuck this show.
When you're like by the hour and you see like the Survivor Series throwdown locker room emptying, you just
I throw up my hands.
All right, Sorg, we got to hit the chat.
bring
room
it
here.
background. Bring it
The
background.
answers are rolling
So
in
the
now.
answers are rolling
Oh,
in.
boy.
Do we want to go with the chat room first or our
Let's
own
do the chat
answers?
room first
Let's do
because
the chat room.
I'll tell you which answers are wrong and which ones are right.
Oh.
All right.
That's
All right. Who
great.
would you? Who will NXT fans groan at if they returned to NXT or showed up in NXT? Jennifer Carlin's your wife.
Yeah.
Did I do that right?
Incorrect.
Let's take you. Bo Dallas.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Oh.
He would get a
Bo
huge
Dallas.
pop, especially
Yeah.
if he showed
Wait.
up in those white pants.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Where is
Yeah,
Bo
Bo-
Dallas?
Uh,
He disappeared off the face of the...
He's on
Oh my
SmackDown.
god! Bo Dallas is inside of Rowan's cage!
That's the best theory I've heard yet.
Oh, that's so great. Oh God, I want that so badly now. Even though I know it's just the fucking sheep mask. But God damn it, Bart. It's either the sheep mask or that fucking Rubik's Cube. It's one or the other. It can't be both.
Please let it... Okay, it either has to be Bo Dallas or the Rubik's Cube now, because I would laugh so hard if he just pulls the thing off and... It's a finished Rubik's Cube. Congratulations.
And he made
You know
it.
what? He's been working on it ever since then. The reason he keeps it in a cage, he doesn't want to lose his place.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's like, I have 4 sides done. I need to finish this.
From the chat room, Tina says collective sigh.
What about Dave Podner?
Oh wait, what? Oh. Well, I'll get back to that.
Okay.
Collective sigh. Randy Orton or Dolph Ziggler?
Ooh.
You know what? Randy's over everywhere.
Dolph
Full
Ziggler?
Sail would cheer for. Full Sail would cheer for.
I think they would
Randy.
for a moment.
They would.
But if Dolph Ziggler were to walk down, the Full Sail would just be like,
If he walked in and he's about to have a match with Keith Lee or Dijak,
I think the
they'd be
initial.
like, okay.
I think the initial response to both would be, yeah, but then like by the next week they'd be kind of like, I think we're done. You
I
know?
think
Yeah.
Dolph,
It's like,
I
once
think
was
Dolph
enough.
Ziggler.
Yeah.
I think Dolph Ziggler going back to NXT is already being done by Cassius Ohno.
Ah.
Because I think that would have been the exact gimmick Dolph would have gone back to NXT with, and the exact same response and the exact same win-loss record.
All right, I gotta hit
Are
this
you getting
one.
to Podnos or are you doing
I
El Paso?
gotta hit this one because this one just popped me. El Paso says Mojo Rawley is the only answer. Last week it would have been the Ascension.
Oh no, the Ascension would have gotten a pop.
Oh, the
if
Ascension
they
would have had a
came
pop. They were over
I
as fuck
think
before they
Mojo
came
would
up.
get popped too.
Who?
Mojo
think
Rawley?
in. No,
I don't
nobody-
think. I think.
And
I think El Paso might be right.
No,
El Paso stealing my answer.
yeah, Mojo never was over when he was in NXT.
Not really.
But then he went up and he had a program with Zack Ryder, and
I mean,
everybody was
Hype
like,
Bros
okay,
were all right.
okay.
Hype Bros were all right. They were doing fine.
Once he got with Zack Ryder,
I-
everything was fine. So
Yeah,
him,
Hype Bros were great. They had a great name that I gave them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's not a joke.
That's right. WWE
Not a
listens to
joke.
the universe.
That's not a joke. Mojo liked every single one of my tweets that had hashtag Hype Bros in it. And then in a month and a half, they were calling themselves the Hype Bros. I'm like, I did that, didn't I?
This is my fault.
I'm sorry.
You got Mojo Rawley his best
Like-
punch.
Like of
Ah,
all
his
the
own push.
ideas,
that
of
mattered.
all the ideas I've ever tweeted, that's the one they use.
Yeah.
Okay. But El Paso is stealing my answer. My answer is Shane McMahon.
Yes.
Shane
You are
McMahon
not
would
wrong.
not. He would not get a hero's welcome in NXT.
No.
He'd show
probably
up like,
not.
I'm here, everybody. Aren't you glad to see me? And the crowd's going,
This is Uncle Paul's house.
Shane
Boo.
Go back to NCIS.
Shane will give his little baby punches to Keith Lee.
Oh God.
Keith Lee
Now-
just sort of stands there and watches, like,
If you're telling me like Keith Lee's gonna like fucking destroy Shane O'Mac, then it's like, well, now we're talking, right?
No, but Sword, Shane has to win. You forget. You
I mean,
forget.
I think if that, I think Keith Lee versus Shane O'Mac only ends in Shane O'Mac getting like the pounce like through the Tron in the back of Full Sail, you know?
By the way, I've been looking at the other angles of the Adam Cole pounce.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
He
Yeah.
went like 6 rows
What the
deep.
hell?
it's
Yeah.
great.
That's,
It's real great.
those poor fans. They had no idea what's coming. Just like,
I'm
hey,
sure they
this
didn't.
is great. This is
I'm
great. Oh,
sure
God.
they didn't. I'm sure they didn't.
I'm sure they definitely weren't rooted to the spot.
Mm-mm.
Are you going to double back to Podner's?
I am. I'm going back to it now. The king returns to his old kingdom. King Corbin returns.
Incorrect.
Incorrect?
Baron Corbin would get a hero's welcome in NXT.
think?
Yeah, he was over in
Baron
NXT.
Corbin would be a conquering hero.
And
He'd be like King
NXT
Richard
Baron Corbin was the best Baron Corbin.
He would only get a hero's welcome if he did a Kevin Owens and came back to his old theme music.
Oh, the old entrance.
That was a cool entrance. You cannot convince me
it was
otherwise.
awesome.
We were talking about Robin Hood before. Baron Corbin coming back to NXT would be King Richard returning from the Crusades.
Oh.
Wait, then who's Robin Hood?
Me?
Well, you'd have to find Prince John, who is Damian Priest.
Oh.
Damian Priest
Wait,
stole his entire gimmick.
Then who's the sheriff of Nottingham?
William Regal.
No. No, William Regal is like the narrator, just kind of watching like
The narrator.
the narrator.
I'm sorry, I was just looking for someone angry and British.
Oh, so,
Oh, we got wait, we got a lot of that though. We got Pete Dunne, we
Walter!
got Walter, we got
Walter's
Walter.
I mean,
Walter's
we got
not British.
we got I was gonna say Rhea Ripley, but I don't think that's right.
No, she's Australian.
You know what? Close enough. It's
No, Rhea Ripley's Robin Hood.
listen, you're badass
Rhea
and you talk
Ripley
funny.
would
It's good.
Destroy Baron Corbin. Let's be honest.
It's a match. There's a dream match right there. All right.
Mayhem Mania. We allow intergender word. No one else.
Anything that has not been said.
Sorg, do you have an answer on this one? Sorg?
Don't pressure me. Don't pressure me.
Sorg, we gave you a 2-segment lead. You have to have an
I
answer.
know.
I've
but
got an idea.
Go for it.
Tamina.
Tamina?
No, Tamina would
Oh.
get Tamina. See, she wouldn't get booed. She wouldn't get a hero's welcome,
would get
but
a
she
meh.
would still get
I'll go.
cheered.
She get a man, right?
We go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a welcome back chant.
Yeah,
Okay.
she'd get a welcome
right.
back because this woman has worked her ass off and has
I
gotten nowhere.
don't know that Natalia would get a great response.
No, I don't
No.
think she would.
I
I
think
think Natalia would get a good
Yeah.
response.
I mean, if
People
she
still
came,
like Natalia in large crowds.
Like people like don't you genuinely like Natalia?
yeah.
See, there you
I
go.
wish
I've
Natalia
watched
would
too
like.
much Total Divas to say that I do.
It's like Natalia is a very likable character, a very likable wrestler, but they never go all the way with her, and that's what makes her frustrating. It's like, stop teasing that she's gonna become the #1 contender, or stop making her the #1 contender, and then not ever having her win. Let her win for crying out loud.
She's been Dolph Ziggler in the women's division. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
men's division has the Dolph Ziggler.
like-
Women's division has Natalia.
Yeah.
Sorg,
And they're
Sorg,
both
you want to do a secondary big question?
Has everybody given a significant answer? No.
No.
Yes. Nick, you got one? No.
I think Ronda Rousey would not get a good welcome.
Ooh,
She might
that's-
get booed.
Well, hold on. Is she coming out with Shayna and her lesser horses?
If she came out with Shayna and the other horsewoman,
There you go.
yeah, she would.
Yeah.
They would definitely get
'Cause we're
cheered.
getting
But if it
this.
was just Ronda by herself, nope.
With that song.
That would sort
And
of
then
thing.
Ronda Rousey would come out and be like, "No, she's not."
El Paso says, would Lana right now get pops without Rusev?
Wait, no.
I think Lashley could get a pretty empty reaction if he showed up.
Yeah.
Lashley could have never gotten a reaction.
But that
out of
doesn't mean he's
NXT.
not like main roster. Like, I mean, I think right now, like him. I mean, obviously the Rusev Lashley thing, for as like morbid as it is to watch on TV, they cheer Rusev, they boo Lashley. So I mean, main roster it works, but I think if he goes to NXT, it's kind of like
Nobody's getting cheered in NXT for that angle. They go down to NXT with that angle, and the crowd goes,
That angle is the
man,
reason.
they should. I
The
want to
crowd
see
will
now. I
literally
want to
turn
see
their back.
NXT try a wedding.
"No, we've done that before. We've done that before.
All right,
We've
guys.
done that before."
Sorg, I got a
By the way-
secondary big question
Oh, wait,
for
wait,
you.
we can have, like,
Who would
three
you
big
like to
questions.
see do a wedding in NXT?
A wedding in NXT.
Oh, if they were going to do a wedding in NXT and it hadn't already happened, Johnny and Candace.
Well, I mean, that's the
but they're
obvious
already
one.
married.
Yeah.
I know,
Well,
but
no.
imagine if heel Ciampa could have broken that up.
Duh.
Ah, okay. Well, no, here's the thing. Way back when,
Like
before
he takes off the mask, but under it is his whole beard.
Well, here's the thing. Way back before NXT was NXT, NXT had a wedding.
Oh yeah,
Goldust and what the
oh,
hell was her
Oksana.
name? Asaka?
Goldust and Oksana.
No.
Oksana.
Oksana.
Oh, with Goldust.
Yeah,
Oksana
because
was
she
with
needed
the
her
Gary
green
Green
card.
card.
No way, that was on SmackDown.
No, that was
that was
on
on
That
NXT.
was the.
Oh,
It was on NXT because Oksana turned heel in the middle of the wedding.
Game show NXT.
Game
show
Yeah.
NXT.
Game
That
show
was also
NXT was a bad
when
time.
the
Do we
$1
really
million
count like game show NXT as
Yes,
like part of the
we have
proper
to.
NXT canon now?
Yeah.
The $1 Million Man
We
was
really
a
have
heel
to.
pastor on that segment.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it takes about 6 months, but we always mention this segment.
What?
Because I remember
Oksana segment.
no, I remember we talked about this maybe 6 months ago
Thank you.
to the point where I looked it up and watched the whole segment.
Oh wow.
And
Does
it's
it hold up?
such a weird segment. It's
it
so weird.
does. It's bizarre.
God dang it!
Bizarre. Because all 3 Rhodes boys are there. Dusty, Dustin, and Cody.
Whoa.
They're all there. And Ted DiBiase is the pastor. This
Oh
led
my
to
God.
This is everybody. That's the sound of everybody breaking right now.
this led to the Ted Jr. and
This is the
Goldust.
sound of Full Sail when
I didn't remember that part.
Oh gosh. And Tina said we almost had Maxine and Johnny Curtis get married too.
Oh.
Oh God, do you remember freaking that segment of the intervention with Johnny Curtis and freaking Caitlyn and at the time Justin Gabriel are trying to do it and Gabriel just looks so uncomfortable. He just looks like I want to be anywhere but here. He's like, come on, single bros for life, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Get me
it
out
might
of
have been Derek Bateman because I think they were called Betamax. Isn't that
Oh
right?
yeah, that was Derek Bateman.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. And then Maxine left Bateman for Curtis, and then they
Yes.
had that whole thing, and that was dumb.
And wasn't Caitlyn with Hornswoggle?
We're not talking about that, okay? We're not going there. That was weird.
This is all on the network, right?
Yeah.
Like this
Oh
is
yeah, it's all in that.
this is NXT when it became the NXT, kind of what we have now, but it was still just on like what the hell, the cable network, Bright Cove cable or something down there. It was not televised otherwise. Yeah, we were finding like illicit NXT programming on YouTube. Eamon was really big into following that. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh boy. What was the secondary question?
I
Weddings?
was gonna say-
Weddings. Keith Lee and Rhea Ripley.
Well, no, you'd have to do Keith Lee and Mia Yim.
This is the problem.
Mia
Everyone's
Yim?
in
Wait, why?
relationships
They're,
down there. In
they're
NXT
actually
now.
dating.
Oh, they are? Oh, I didn't
They're
know we were like
actually
pulling real.
Yeah, they,
Like,
they
so-
call themselves Yimitless. It's very cute.
Aww, that's so
They,
cute.
it's very cute. There was actually a backstage thing after Mia Yim's ladder match where Keith Lee came out after the show was off the air to check on her and see if she was okay.
Oh boy.
All right.
adorable.
Forget the wedding one. We can't do it.
I was gonna
Everyone's
say-
already locked up.
My
In,
secondary
NXT.
big question is who would get the loudest pop in a return to NXT?
Bad News Barrett.
Yes.
No, it has to be a return.
He was on the original NXT.
He was on the
NXT season
game
1,
show.
he
Where-
won.
if
He
it's
was the
canon-
winner.
I'm finding it hard to believe that anyone would get a louder pop than Kevin Owens got it.
Yeah.
Takeover, like that was really loud.
That was
Finn
very
got a
loud.
big one. Jeez. I'd love to see Sammy back.
Mm,
If,
I don't know.
if Sammy's gonna come back,
Joe
and
would
have-
get a big
I-
pop.
yeah.
Joe would.
I think it would be the Four Horsewomen at the same time.
Yeah, that's.
All walking out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're not doing that anywhere but like a Raw or something though.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't like. I hate to use the word waste that on an NXT, but unless they really need to pop that number over AEW. So
Oh well, the last show of the year for NXT is gonna be a massive one. Like they're trying to close the year out hot.
wait, is that the Christmas Day one or the?
It's the
No, there is-
December
there is
18th one, I think. Is
Okay.
Yeah, it's the 18th. It's
18th?
there's gonna be Rhea Ripley versus Shayna for the title.
Because basically all of wrestling is going to be a wash over the holiday, right?
Oh yeah, pretty
I
much.
mean, really. So
I mean, Raw is going to be taped on Monday for the week of Christmas.
Oh,
Wow.
good. They're not doing it on Christmas this year. That was really
No.
annoying last
Yeah.
year. Like, hey, we want to have you guys do a live show on Christmas. Why? Not even
Yeah.
the fans want you to do that.
Or the Christmas Eve one, you mean?
Oh,
No, no,
Christmas
that-
Day.
They just,
No, that was taped. It was taped.
it was taped?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was.
It was taped.
It's gone back and forth.
Was it last year or the year before? Because I'm
Year
pretty.
before,
there wa-
before they did a live show on Christmas Eve, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and everybody was like,
Yeah.
hey, maybe don't,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
please.
Here
yeah.
you go.
I think it was a one-time experiment.
So Ricochet would get a decent pop from Tina. El Paso says the biggest pop would be for Moxley.
Hey,
Moxley.
Would not be a bad pup.
That.
Oh, yeah,
ooh.
that'd be a good one. Oh, jeez. How many big questions do we have? Are we keeping up with this?
Like 2.5.
2.5?
And
2.5-ish?
another near fall.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I'm here all night with the dad jokes.
Oh, thank you for that. Anyways, what else is going on in the wrestling world? I thank you everybody for responding to. I found this wonderful in my Apple News today. Cage Seats had this great article. I didn't even read the article. I just took the picture. Name this boy band. It's AOP and Seth Rollins. And we got some good answers there. We got Rollins Protection Agency. We did get the auto insurance claims. Salt and Pepper. Cell Block C, which was the name of an old crap song, actually, that we did back in the day.
Ow.
White bread finger cuffs.
Oh.
All right, we got a little raunchy there. The Rollins Band minus Henry Rollins. Yes. Well, I think that's the winner. That's
Sorry,
the winner
no,
right there.
No, they'd be 32 degrees because they're lukewarm at best.
Oh, you're not buying this? You didn't like the Seth Rollins reveal?
I don't know.
The sigh says no.
I don't know. I don't like Raw main storylines when there's no champion to speak of, and that's what we're in right now.
Gee, I wonder why that is.
Oh, we know exactly why that is.
See, honestly, he was my original pick for
What, Brock?
Yeah.
To come
for the
back
big-
to
Oh no,
NXT?
Brock would get a massive pop.
That's
Yeah.
what. See, because the original question before it turned into what would make the crowd groan was, what would be a big return to NXT or somebody going to NXT that would make you groan? And my immediate response was, if Brock Lesnar shows up in NXT, I'm turning the channel. I'm going to AEW. I don't want to see Brock Lesnar destroy everybody on NXT because you know he would. They put
That's
Keith Lee in with Brock Lesnar. Keith Lee's going to dominate the match, and then 2 F5s later, he's pinned.
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't want to see Brock Lesnar in NXT, and I know he would get a pop, but then and then everybody would complain, oh, but he's destroying everybody. Well, yeah, no kidding. That's why they bring Brock Lesnar in, to destroy people. That's what's annoying about him.
Yeah.
Well, El Paso says he's enjoying all the questions. So now that Seth Rollins is a heel, who's going to beat Lesnar for that belt?
Kevin Owens.
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee.
That's
When
an
in doubt,
idea.
Keith Lee.
Keith
Hey, Keith Lee winning the Rumble, I'd be all for it.
Listen, all my answers from now until WrestleMania are going to be Keith Lee. Okay, let's just put this here, especially after I heard.
By the way-
Who's
after
beating
I
Shayna
just
Baszler?
heard Yimitless, my other answers are Mia Yim.
Who's beating Shayna Baszler for the title? Keith Lee. I mean Mia Yim.
Yeah, close enough. Close enough. When this doesn't apply, Mia Yim.
Hey, who says Keith Lee couldn't beat Shayna Baszler? I think he
Oh
could.
no, he totally
He's
could.
very talented.
Yes, he is.
He probably could, but should he?
I want to give a shout out to some friends of the show who were just on the Indie Mayhem show just about a month ago. And look at that. Look who just popped up at the Performance Center.
Oh, hell yeah.
Look at Duke Davis. And over to the right, you see his tag team partner, Gannon Jones Jr., hanging out at WWE Performance Center.
Liddy
Getting the
is
look.
just out of frame doing jumping jacks.
Liddy is doing jumping jacks.
You can't see him in that
I can't wait to
picture.
see Liddy's promo class demonstration. Man.
Oh, I can't wait.
I didn't see well, you know what? I don't know. You know, Liddy's off work name. So you don't know. You don't know.
What will Liddy's name be in
Wait,
NXT?
what would it-
when they change Liddy's name in NXT, what's Liddy's name gonna be?
Lit.
Braxton
lit.
Sutter.
What's the
Alex-
Sutter? Yeah, so I mean, you know, we got great profiles for them. Where it's like, this person's a football player. This guy's a Muay Thai expert. What would Liddy's profile be on the Performance Center report?
He's a lion.
He's a lion.
We're
He
not
is
lying about it.
winner of
He's
an
a
actual-
lion.
Winner
He is
of an
Litterbox
actual
trained.
Young Lions Cup.
The actual Lions Cup. Oh, jeez.
He's a young lion.
Mm-hmm.
Litterbox trained. At the
Trained with Lance Storm,
at
ironically.
the Technical Wrestling Institute.
He's the only lion you know that can throw a clothesline.
Mm-hmm.
The only lion graduate of the Heart Dungeon.
Once made a fantastic move on Mayhem Mania.
Yes.
What's gonna happen if the main event gets signed?
I was gonna
And
say
we're gonna have Orphan Liddy wandering the Indies looking for work.
Listen,
Oh, God.
we're just gonna have to
Liddy
make.
wear a sign that says, "Are you my tag team?"
Oh no! Oh no! Because do you know how that would end? He would walk up to culmination with that sign, and that's not gonna end well.
Either that or Liddy would just eventually meet the wasteland.
Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for like emo goth Liddy
Oh,
at all.
guys,
I'm
for
absolutely
black.
ready for emo goth Liddy now.
Jeez, I don't know what to do with this.
Liddy's a
emo goth
young
Liddy
lion,
sounds like-
young and impressionable
just sounds-
lion.
Wait, no, main event gets signed at WWE. Like, let's say a year down the line, they're on the main roster. Somebody's like, they decide to have one of those dumb segments. If this is your life, that along those lines, and then they
Recognize this voice.
and all of a sudden you hear,
it's like, Gannon, Duke, you two say that you had no loose ends when you left Pittsburgh, but we have somebody who says the opposite. Out comes Liddy with the sign.
Deadbeat cat dads.
"Did you get your cigarettes, Dad?
Oh, jeez.
Why did you have to go to Florida for your cigarettes?"
Oh no. Oh shit.
God,
I like how this entire conversation is based on just the presumed outcome that the main event are getting signed. So, of course, this is happening now.
I'm ready for somebody who made matches on the main event, or I would say that made matches on Mayhem Mania to now be booked in a match
Oh my
legitimately on
God.
Mayhem Mania.
Listen,
The
To
circle
now
is
be
circle.
eligible.
that's the plan.
yeah.
Oh my
That is
God,
the plan.
We'll be fighting
Sorg.
over him if they get if that happens.
Stork, all right, Matt,
Yep.
if they get signed, one of the spots on a wheel of some sort has to be, who do you book the main event against?
Exactly. Must use the main event.
Jeez.
Must use the main event.
Oh man.
And you know who you'd have to put them against? Liddy's counterpart in WWE, Lindsay Dorada. Kitty Cat Man. It's Liddy's final form.
By the way, I was so excited that
What she said.
I was so excited that I was so excited that WLC got reposted recently, so I could show Duke
yes.
because I could show Duke Davis because I did say, listen, if we had the opportunity to book you into a WLC, would you guys do it? And he said, yes. What is that? I'm like, oh, let me tell you about WLC.
Oh no.
Tiny table.
Tiny table,
chairs,
tiny chairs.
tiny ladder.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed, we do own a 4-foot ladder now here in the studio.
It's
So
almost as tall as me.
we are 1/3 away from the WLC going down.
the greatest kickoff match in network history.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, jeez. Anyways. Jeez. Guys.
You're good. I
Oh, there goes Mike. No, I can hear you, though, Mike. Mike, you're on the air.
I'm sorry. What?
It's, It's okay. That's okay. We'll just stay off that. Mike, put your pants back on.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
There are children watching this show.
You're
I hope not. It's
assuming
10 o'clock.
I am only
You're assuming
3
I've ever
matches old.
podcasted with pants.
I'm too young in wrestling age.
I'm only 3 matches old, Mike. Put your pants on.
I have to be comfortable when I podcast.
If I have to wear heels, so do you.
What?
Wait, I have to wear heels?
We're all wearing them, Mike. Can't you tell?
I couldn't tell. I guess I was the only face on the show. But I'm bummed.
Oh.
Dad jokes.
Oh.
Wow. Anyways,
Wrestling dad jokes.
what did you guys learn from wrestling this week? This show?
I'm sorry. I'm still fantasy booking the Liddy cat dad. now I'm imagining the cat dad custody briefcase ladder match. Breakup.
I'm your
Main event
Liddy.
breakup. I'm your poppy, Liddy.
No, I'm your. How do you say cat in Spanish? I'm your gato.
Yeah.
I learned that a restraining order is absolutely useless. How many restraining orders are there in that Rusev Lana
Also,
angle?
I learned that you have to do a new restraining order in every state you go to.
That sucks.
I was not aware of that.
That really
I don't-
sucks.
I don't think that's real.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that part. Yes, do you know about restraining orders?
Wait.
No, I can't tell you I have an
Is that
answer.
why
I don't know
they
anything
don't
about
work?
restraining orders.
Is that why they don't work?
What's that?
I learned that they now make vans with swivel office chairs bolted down in the back.
It's like the Office Fan version of like the gunner seat from the Ghostbusters car from the trailer.
You know when you watch the Mission Impossible movies and they have the van with all the computers and stuff in the back?
Yeah.
That's what he was in, except there was no computers back
They just
there.
didn't have him in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy in a chair. Seth is guy in a chair.
Just like-
No, Seth is not cool enough to
you
be
know
the
what?
guy in
The good thing is that I'm glad it set up a heel turn because it was the ultimate Seth's not cool moment. It's just like
it would
Wait,
be
that
even
means
funnier.
that means he's Dr. Evil.
He should have
Yes.
said, "It was me, Kevin. It was me the whole
He's got-
time."
He is kind of a Bond villain because he's got the leather jacket and he has like foreign henchmen that are speaking a different language. Like all he needs is a guy that throws a shoe.
I'll do it.
Yep.
Sami Zayn.
Ah.
But no, Sami Zayn's trying to manage Mojo for some reason.
Everybody.
Even I feel like I missed that segment, but I will bet you anything at some point Kevin Owens looked at Sami and said, "Really? You want to manage this guy? This is who you want to manage?" Okay.
I didn't know that managers could jump shows.
Apparently, yeah.
Did you know that the managerial license is
Cross-
transferable
yeah.
across.
I mean,
I
Brands.
really just want Zelina Vega to manage Angel Garza now.
Ooh.
Tina learned is that Jordan Miles, Aleister Black, and Sami Zayn taught her that the more things change, the more they stay the same. Shitty people making good wrestling fans look bad. Wait.
Listen, wrestling fans, it's up to us to police ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
If you see bad wrestling fans, I'm sorry. It's up to you.
The only-
Just trust that there's more good wrestling fans than bad wrestling fans.
The only
If you
thing,
see bad wrestling fans, hit them with a chair.
okay, maybe not that.
I didn't
No,
say
no.
hard, just enough to know that they're bad. That's like the wrestling equivalent of a squirt bottle.
The only thing I'm worried of is Sami Zayn's encounter with a homophobic fan. I saw the video for that, but I'm not sure of the recent developments with the other two.
Aleister Black put somebody on blast on Twitter for saying something at a show that he overheard. So.
Okay.
ACH, I'm not sure what's going on with
I know he
ACH.
like he read.
ACH
I
is
can't keep
kind
up
of-
with ACH. He's going
ACH
faster
has
than I
kind of
can
been
keep
going
up.
insane a little bit.
I know he made his like re-debut at one of his home promotions.
Yeah.
Recently. So El Paso learned that the Ascension were still employed until Sunday at least.
Bad
and-
news. That's not accurate anymore.
No, well, not now. Were still employed. I think he's Listen, he's a writer.
Before they picked up their phone.
Yes, before they picked up their phone. Damn it, Connor!
That should be the
No!
that should be the new future endeavored. And the Ascension picked up their phone this week.
It's like, hey, that must be Healthy Rides. Connor!
And one Chris LaRusso learned, it's a wonderful wrestling world. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Tatiana.
Hold on, Sorg, I didn't.
What?
say
Oh,
that.
Mad Mike has a thing. What'd you learn?
Damn it, Sorg.
Damn it. Sorry. I thought I went around the horn.
And you didn't say what you learned either.
Apparently I didn't. Apparently not.
Sorg, you okay?
I learned that we're gonna have a pay-per-view with no main title match on it this weekend.
Woo!
No women's title matches. No men's title matches. The main match is a women's tag title match.
Wait, there's no Bray Wyatt.
Whoa.
There's no Bray Wyatt match on that TLC.
You know, I thought...
Oh no, there is, but it's not for the championship.
No.
Oh, wait. So the top 4 singles
not
titles
and
will
it's
not
not
be
the
defended.
Fiend. And it's not the Fiend.
Wait, what?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Wait.
No, that's really
It is-
bad.
It is
That's
Sweater Vest Bray Wyatt
Why?
versus Super Dad The Miz.
What does that mean? We're not going to get the red lights, though, right?
Okay.
I'm
Let's...
hoping.
Bray
'Cause
Wyatt
God-
Sweater Vest Bray Wyatt just remembered the time that he stalked Roman Reigns' daughter and said, Miz has 2 of those. I could do it better.
Wow.
You know, I
Wow.
will say Bailey will probably fight Lacey Evans. So 3 out of 4 will not be defended.
Ooh, that's somebody who wouldn't get that big of a pop if she went back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
Man.
Lacey. I know you tried, but
Hey, it's Salute the Troops month. Lacey Evans, you're going to be a good guy.
Also, I also learned that there is going to be no tribute to the troops televised this year.
What?
Why not?
oh.
USA didn't want it.
No WWE week on USA?
No, because they don't have SmackDown.
They don't have SmackDown, and they already have NXT on Wednesday.
That's
Yep.
right. They're already 2/5 of the way there.
Yeah, they got Ms. and Mrs.
Yeah, where'd they
probably.
get to?
I mean,
Those-
No. Haven't you have, like WWE week? All right. Monday, Raw. Tuesday, the Marine 6. Wednesday, NXT. Thursday, some bullshit. Friday, tribute to the troops. Done.
Say some bullshit. You already said Raw, man. Already said Raw.
oh,
You can't run a replay, Matt.
All right,
Hulu gets the rights for that shit.
all right, Sorg. What did you learn this week?
I
in
learned you
wrestling?
do not fuck with the sweeper guy. There was an incident where J-Rock was getting beat up by Ryan Edmonds after the intermission, and if you saw the video from last month's RWA, there was a hot dog incident, and so he was getting basically attacked with a hot dog in retribution. It makes sense if you watch it. So there was once again more, and they had just cleaned up after the Devon table before intermission. So I think somebody was a little perturbed. They had to go clean up the ring again, especially hot dog. So like we're on there and we're doing a live switch, and all of a sudden I just see a broom get javelined from the side of the ring into the ring. I'm just like, what the fuck did that come from? And he gets in, and they're like, they're sweeping it up, and there's like 2 or 3 guys in the ring trying to clean this shit up. And then some guy that I've never fucking seen before says, "You suck at sweeping," and he gets in the ring and just fucking goes to town sweeping this stuff and gets it done in like 20 seconds flat, right? And everybody's cheering him. Wrestling is sometimes the greatest when there isn't wrestling happening.
I you know what? The broom man at the indie show.
Yeah.
There are not many people more over than that person.
No, or sometimes
Sweep,
not.
sweep, 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 sweep.
I remember a lot of clean it up at the JCW shows.
A lot of sweep, 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 sweep. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're stuck watching this guy sweep in
Happy
front of.
you didn't know you're supposed to go to the bathroom now.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
this is not
yeah.
part of the entertainment. Is not watching
Just-
this man
just
sweep
300
shards of glass out of the ring.
Just 300 people watching this one guy clean up a hot dog.
I'm still thrown off by you said someone was attacked with a hot dog?
Yeah, he was trying to shove it down his throat. Well, and the other thing there was.
Sorg, I'm pretty sure you witnessed a rape.
No, not that end.
Wait,
What?
No, what?
either end is not great, Sorg.
Well, Mad Mike 4883 on the tweets.
I like it. Not great.
YouTube.com/Poppy.
Mainstream Matt with 1T on the Twitter.
Remember, Disney Channel originals are overrated.
Oh.
That's a dirty fucking lie. That's a dirty fucking lie. You take Johnny Tsunami's name out your mouth.
And Tatiana Rose.
At Tatiana 3_roast on Twitter and on Facebook.
There you go, the current Black Diamond Women's Champion. I'm sure we'll be defending that next month. I don't know. I haven't seen the card yet. Are there graphics yet? Are you on them? I don't know. I don't remember. We'll go check that out.
I am not on the card yet.
Yes.
She's like, defend it like in a match?
I have to do that again?
Twice?
I did it again!
Just remember, you keep the title on a count out.
Keep that in mind. I mean, that happens. That
Just
champions
show up and book it.
Just be like, boop. Thank you, everybody, joining us. A great chat room tonight. You can't just skip on the details of the hot dog attack. Okay, listen.
You really can't.
The
That's
first
for
My
gold.
mind is
The
bottom.
That's for gold.
J-Rock attacked. You could go check it out at IndieWrestling.network.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
Actually, we posted the first attack, and the second attack is posting tomorrow
Okay.
on
Wait,
IndieWrestling.us.
there's two
Separate
parts?
hot dogs?
Yeah, there's a first part. The first part was just the condiments, and the second part was the actual hot dog. Because Ryan
No,
Edmonds was
Sorg,
attacked
if
by
you-
J-Rock, and then he
If
took
you
all
put
the
those two
condiments.
clips together, do they become a sandwich?
It's the video where all the fans are pouring relish on Ryan Edmonds, and then he gets taken out by Bill Collier. And then this month, J-Rock got attacked by a chair, and then had a hot dog just because, and Edmonds shoved it down his throat. And then now they're set up for fans bring the weapons, which I hope are all hot dog made instruments.
Fans bring the food.
Yeah, fans bring the food fight.
all right.
I
Okay,
think
hold
I
on,
think
hold
we
on.
missed. I think we missed an opportunity here, RWA.
All right. Someone listening to this podcast who is going to that show, please duct tape raw hot dogs to a steel chair.
Ew.
All right, duct tape
Why raw
cooked hot dogs.
Maybe it turns
To a
out
steel
Ryan
chair.
Edmonds vegan, and that's gonna be like extra powered. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you everybody in the chat room rocking with us all night. This has been so much fun. We will see you. Note: Tyler Klein, Trophy Boy, will be on again Wednesday. We'll be filming an Indie Mayhem show to be released at a future date, and Marshall Gambino will be show up whenever he moves in here for an episode as well. So keep an eye on the stream on the IndieWrestling.us Facebook page. Thank you guys so much. Mayhem out.
Yay.
Hot dog.
Someone has to do the thumbtack spot. Only when they open the bag, it's all cocktail Franks.
Mm.
Oh.